Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Casting Call. As you can see, we've got a new camera angle. The GoPro set up on a pole in front of me. We'll see how that goes, if it's going to get in the way, but pretty keen here this afternoon. It's taking a bit of setup. Two cameras now, we've got a bit more mucking around to get ourselves set up. We just got to the river. It's 7 o'clock. The plan is we're going to paddle up this hole. It's a pretty good hole. Drift back down it tonight. We're going to camp back over here at the ute, and then tomorrow we've got a really big drift along this river. I fished this stretch before. I fished this stretch on cod opening. Did alright, caught 6 or 7 fish for the day, but hopefully we can get a few more or get some big ones today. The river looks really good. It's been really low since cod opening. They've just had a big flush go through it. And it seems to have settled down. There's still a little bit of colour in it. It's at a really good height to drift in the kayak. I should be able to get down most of the sets of rapids, but it's not drifting too fast. I've had to drive 3 hours to get here. Back at home where I normally fish is flowing too fast. There's a lot of irrigation water going down there to make it comfortable in the kayak. So made the trip over here. We've got an overnighter. I was going to camp on the river, but it works out that I can camp at the ute, which is a lot more comfortable for me, and I can carry a lot less gear in the kayak if I do that. So anyway, we're going to get casting. I'll just get through this bit of shallow stuff. To start with, we're going to throw the Ballista Tremor. It's on the Jabba Snake Charmer double tap, and on the other rod I've got a Coolabung Codzilla diving lure, and it's on the Miller Cod Freak. Alright, we'll get casting. We'll do a bit more chatting as we go along, so we can get a fish. We've got about an hour of light left here. I was getting tapped by a little fella there. It's little, but it's something. So no luck last night, very tough fishing. I woke up this morning with a fair bit of promise until I got about this point of the river. I realised there's a lot less water in the river than I thought. I caught 3 fish on the surface earlier in the morning. That footage isn't very good because of being so dark. GoPro doesn't go that good in low light. Yeah, about now I think the fishing's going to be pretty tough the whole way down, so working my way through these shallow rapids. Let me know in the comments what you do on these sort of days where you know the fishing's going to be tough, the water level's low, and there just doesn't seem to be much happening. Let me know what lures you use or what tips and tricks you've got. See the ripples up here in front of me. Platypus there floating on the surface, and there was another one just up there in front of me. Pretty cool little creatures. Nice if I can find a cod. Oh, fun chasing me lure then. I don't know what that platypus is doing, but he's having fun. Must be foraging for food. You see little flippers flipping around, and maybe there's no big cod in this hole because I'd smash them, I reckon. Only the size of some of my surface lures, that little fella. Actually 2, there's one there, but he platypus in this hole everywhere. Swimming up up here to have a look. Oh, down he goes. Deary me, that was a pretty good fish. And we're going to do this. Had to get one out of this hole. There's a fellow come out of the timber here. Waked me up a bit. And the bull shot again. It's a couple of cranks into the retriever, straight onto it, which is a good sign. See if I can get this one up, have a look at him. Yeah. Quick look before we go down the rapids. Nice little healthy one, that's about standard for this system. So if we can get some more, mate. Oh, it's been pretty quiet. Sun's getting up a bit now. Still early, it's still 10 to 8. Gonna roll this plastic through a few spots just so I can get a few more bites. I know there's fish here, just not coming out. The river's, yeah, really low. It'd be nice if some of that water that's coming down from further up in the system was here, just to, it'd make them a bit more active up in the rapids and that. But yeah, all the bites I've got so far have come from either just above the rapids or right at the bottom of the rapids, which is what I'd expect. That's where the active fish will be. And then these holes, even though they're not deep, they're hardly moving, so the fish that are sitting back in their structure probably aren't that active. So we'll just slow roll this plastic through there and see if we can get some bites. Normally works pretty well when it's quiet and the river's low. Like, we know they're sitting in there, just got to hang something in their face for long enough. So we can get some bites and hopefully we can hook up. I'll just spend a couple of minutes just smart sharpening up that tip of that weedless hook. So hopefully we get a bite, we can pin one. About now I'm starting to question whether I picked the right stretch of river to fish. Being so low, it's just a lot of rapids. which I don't mind getting out of the kayak, pull down the rapids. It's bloody hard on the bottom of this kayak. Hopefully I don't rip a hole in the bottom, but also fish when the water's low like this, they're normally pretty shut down. It'll take a bit to get them to bite, but anyway, we'll keep going. I can pull out just up here, maybe go and put my kayak in a different section where there's a bit more flow, which I might do, or just see how we go through this next bit of good water. Alright, I've got a bit of a decision to make here. I've got probably a couple of K walk back to the ute. The crossing just there to pull the kayak up over anyway. The road's just here that goes back to my ute. Yeah, I drove all the way over here thinking the river had a bit more water in it. It is very low, it's very hard on my kayak dragging through those rapids at the moment, and the fish seem to have lockjaw at the moment. They're hard to convince to get a bite. I'm thinking I might go back, pull the kayak out. I'll just go a bit further down this system. There is another river that comes into the system. They release some water out of the dam, so yeah, down below the next town there will be a lot more water in the river. Thinking I might go and give that a go, because I got a lot more rapids to go through here, which, yeah, I'm just worried about putting a hole in my kayak, and I don't think the fishing's going to get too much better, so we might go down where there's more water, more flow, and see if that yeah, gets a few more bites. Wishing I sort of fished my home water back at home. I come over here to get away from the flow because of the releases back home, but yeah, now I'm looking for a bit more water. So anyway, lesson learned. We'll see if we can get some more fish. On my walk back to the ute, a couple of k's up and down the hills, pretty warm day too, so I had a bit of clarity as I was walking back there. I figure I'm at this big hole now. It's the biggest water I've come across on the drift this morning. So I'm going to chuck some big lures on. We got the Cast Prodigy 8-inch, it's on a weedless hook. We've got a treble put on the back of it there. We're just going to flick some big lures around this big hole so we can turn the day around. I only need one big bite to make it a really good day. Yeah, we'll flick a couple of big lures around in here, fish this hole, then come back to the ute, and then I'll work out whether I keep fishing or start the 3-hour drive home. Let's hope we can find that good bite. If you're still here at this point of the video, thanks for sticking around. You can see here I fished this big hole for probably an hour and a half with the big lures, didn't get any bites. I suppose that's why they call it fishing and not catching. Yeah, it's quite a tough day. The water's not too bad. I know the fish are in there, just they weren't biting. I think that has a fair bit to do with this region this river's in has been quite dry for a long time. And a drought on the land is generally a drought in the river, especially in this section of river which doesn't have a dam or any sort of catchment above it. It's just whatever natural flows it gets. So it's been quite low for quite some time now. So the fish I did catch in there earlier this morning were quite skinny. So yeah, the fish will be quite shut down, nearly in hibernation. That's my theory, waiting for a good flow to come down and some more food to get into the river. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment. Hopefully we have a session coming up soon where we catch a few fish. Thanks for watching.